Present. Commissioner Link,
Good morning.
Commissioner Clausen,
I'm here.
Commissioner Laprise,
Present.
Commissioner Bigger,
Here.
Commissioner Kester.
Here.
Very good. Commissioner Lawerson. Not here. Due to the hybrid nature, we'll vote in. If there is any, I'll ask if there's any opposition. If there is, then there'll be a roll call vote. Yes.
It was brought to my attention that it's a better practice to do a roll call vote for each vote.
Very well. We will do
just
a
to
roll call
ensure
vote for
that
each vote.
We're not missing a vote in opposition.
Perfect. Yes, that's very good. Okay, we have an agenda in front of us. MPC's wishes. Oh, sorry, are there any additions or deletions? There being none, MPC's wishes.
I'll move the agenda as presented.
Very good. I'll, Commissioner Eichert's in favor. Commissioner Link.
In favor.
Commissioner Clausen.
In favor.
Commissioner Laprise.
In favor.
Commissioner Bigger.
In favor.
Commissioner Kester.
In favor.
That is passed. We have the unapproved minutes of August 22nd, 2023. Are there any corrections that need to be done? If not, MPC's wishes.
I'll move the minutes as presented.
Thank you, Commissioner Laprise. I'll call the vote. Commissioner Eichert is in favor. Commissioner Link.
In favor.
Commissioner Clausen.
In favor.
Commissioner Laprise.
In favor.
Commissioner Bigger.
In favor.
Commissioner Kester.
In favor.
That is passed. We will now go on to development permit applications. 2.1 DP 2021-235 extension.
Good morning. I'm Suzanne Hayes, Development Officer with Wheatland County. I will be presenting two applications this morning. The first application is an extension request for DP 2021-235, which is an industrial medium business, a manufacturing facility to produce insulated metal panels. The location plan is on page 11 of the agenda package. It is located within the Origin Business Park, approximately 500 meters west of Range Road 265 on the south side of Durham Drive. On the same page, we have the site plan, just to refresh our memories from the last time it was presented, and some aerial photos on page 12, so you can see the actual site. So the applicant is asking for a 12-month time extension for this development permit, which was originally approved on June 14th, 2022. The land use bylaw stipulates that if a development is not commenced within 12 months, the permit approval expires. The master schedule of fees stipulates that a development extension may only be granted once, and this is the first extension request for this application. So just to refresh our memories, the application proposes to construct a 45,640 square foot building to produce the insulated metal wall panels, approved subject to 13 conditions, none of which have been completed to date. The overall development permit is found on pages 14 and 15. On page 13, there's just a few photos that they had provided of the insulated metal wall panels and their manufacturing facility. So staff's recommendation is found on page 9, and that is that, page 8, that Municipal Planning Commission extend the development permit commencement deadline for this application to September 12th, 2024. And the standard 3 response options for MPC is on page 9. Please let me know if you have questions.
Thank you, Suzanne. I'll move that the Municipal Planning Commission extend the development permit commencement deadline for application DP 2021-235 to September 12th, 2024. Any discussion? I've just got a question in the fact that they are well into construction on this thing. So I'm just like, what sort of triggers that? Like, does everything, if on a 12-month, when we give the original DP, does everything have to be done theoretically in a 12-month period from the time of application? Or
No, and this particular lot, no, they're not in construction. This is a different one.
oh,
Yep.
oh,
So this one, yeah,
Nice.
we did approve, and they had some issues and they never even commenced construction on this one.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know what that big building is there. That's
Yeah, that's a different one that we did approve. And they're going to be coming forward soon with an application for some of the uses within that building. But that one, yeah, they did commence within 12 months. Typically, they have 24 months to complete.
okay.
And so
Oh, my
that's our, yep.
my ignorance. I drive by there and I thought that building that they were setting up, because it looks like the same sort of.
It does, same size and a similar use is
Right.
coming, so.
Okay, thank you. So,
So I think the language, though, is that it has to commence, and then they have to be doing due diligence, essentially, right? So
Correct.
it doesn't have to be totally complete, but within that time frame. So
Yes.
and that is sort of what I thought, like, once it commenced, then it would be, if it kept dragging, I could see how, if it's 5 years from the time it, but thank you for the clarification.
Yep, no problem.
We have a vote in, any more discussion? Well, Commissioner Eichert, I'll call the vote. Commissioner Eichert is in favor. Commissioner Link,
in favor.
Commissioner Clausen,
In favor.
Commissioner Laprise,
In favor?
Commissioner Baker,
In favor.
Commissioner Kester.
In favor.
Very good, that is passed. We'll move on to 2.2, DP 2023-122.
This application is for an amendment to the existing cannabis store permit. Location plan is found on page 22. So this is located within the hamlet of Gleason along Main Street. On the same page, you can see the circulation area. We circulated to the entire hamlet for this application. We received 9 responses, 9 responses in support and 1 in opposition, and they are found on page 26 is where we've included all the circulation responses if MPC would like to see them. Internal staff, the manager of operations had a comment that staff have confirmed that the parking and traffic hasn't been an issue. The majority seems to be foot traffic, so there are no concerns from the standpoint of the transportation department. Agencies, we circulated to the Gleason RCMP. They had no response but confirmed receipt of the notice, and Siksika Nation had no response. On page 31, you can see that there was a submission from the applicant. Page 31 and 32, it's a letter from the applicant. As well, on page 33, there is a letter that the applicant circulated to locals in the area, and he had about 260 responses. So rather than attaching all the individual letters, we just did this form letter, a blank form letter, and then we have attached all of the respondents' names and where they're from. If MPC prefers to see the actual letters, please let me know. We do have them. The applicant also provided a collection of Google reviews, which are on page 39. And so some details of this request on pages 23. I'm just going to bring up some photos. Page 23, we have the aerial photo and the site plan showing the location there. So the applicant is proposing an amendment to change the hours of operation as follows. So the current hours are Monday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to, or 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the proposed hours are Monday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on special occasions, 10 a.m. to midnight. Some details. If we go down, we can see a few photos of the exterior on page 24. The license issued by the AGLC prescribes maximum hours of 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. The cannabis store will continue to offer an inventory of cannabis products and accessories. Angle parking is available in front of the building, and parallel parking is available on the south side of the street, with a loading area in the rear. County staff have confirmed that the parking and traffic has not been an issue. The original application estimated 20 customers, but currently approximately 75 customers visit the store daily. All conditions of the previous permit have been met, including all building renovations, a SEPTED audit, and fire inspection, and confirmation of a valid AGLC license. So if we go down to page 25, we can see some photos of the interior renovations. The original development permit was issued by the SDAB for a 2-year term set to expire April 12, 2024. The applicant is requesting that the current amendment application be regarded as the renewal, and no additional renewal will be required at the end of the 2-year term. Based on the renovations conducted, the feedback from local residents, and compliance with municipal and provincial requirements, administration agrees that a future renewal of this permit is not required after the 2-year time period concludes. Page 17 has staff's recommendation, excuse me, which is to approve this application for the cannabis store subject to the conditions as noted, which include the approval of the expanded store hours and no requirement for a further renewal after the 2-year time period concludes. And MPC has the standard 3 response options found on page 20. Please let me know if you have questions.
Thank you, Suzanne. I'm going to ask a question to the commission. Is there any reason to see those letters that were just the form letters? Okay, thank you very much. MPC's wishes.
I'll move that Municipal Planning Commission approve DP 2023-122 for a cannabis store, subject to the conditions included in the package on page 17.
Thank you, Commissioner Link. Discussion.
I have no problem supporting this. I was one of the ones that had inhibitions about this after the change in the federal policy, but it's nice to see that these are a success. They've obviously invested some money in the building, and it's a different kind of business than I thought would go, but hey, that's good.
Yes, Commissioner Link.
And I would echo Commissioner Clausen's comments. Since the opening of the store, I haven't had a single complaint or concern from any ratepayers in the hamlet. There are still, of course, folks who sort of philosophically disagree with the legalization or the use of cannabis, but there's been no complaints or concerns. I have had gratitude expressed for the responsibility of the owner. There's been multiple community events that the owner and the store have supported and sponsored. They've also donated to different community events and initiatives within the community, and obviously made substantive investment in Gleason with plans for potential future development there. they've been very solution focused, and even with the monitoring the security cameras and that type of thing, very occasionally you will see some folks on the street near the store, but it's usually very brief. There are still like some loitering challenges with some of the, like with another development in the community, and definitely still some challenges there, but I've certainly spoken with residents of the hamlet that have been, even the ones that had concerns previously, that said it's actually been an improvement on the street to have this store and the owners and the employees that work for them. So it's been really good, and I'm glad that they made the investment in Wheatland County and in the hamlet. So I'll be supporting the approval.
Thank you very much. Any more discussion? If not, I will call the vote. Commissioner Eichert is in favor. Commissioner Link.
In favor?
Commissioner Clausen.
In favor.
Commissioner Laprise.
In favor.
Commissioner Bigger.
In favor.
Commissioner Kester.
In favor.
That is passed. I guess that, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your work. MPC is adjourned.